let's pull this tarp back, put the dash back in it, get the old locking strip out of the old windshield rubber, and then we'll go to the parts truck and get the windshield out of it. Let's see if we can get this on like so, and it has an assortment of screws, and I'm pretty sure none of them came from the factory. Well, I'll take that back. That right there, 1 out of 7. All right, I think that's enough. Nobody's gonna go nowhere. I did not hook up the temperature gauge, so we'll just continue using this one for now. I don't know how far I'm going to go with fixing this little stuff on this truck. I would like to fix some of it though. So yeah, let's get that locking gasket out of this windshield rubber. And I think it's still pretty pliable. I believe we can reuse it. I'll have to buy a new locking gasket. And then hopefully this rain will be gone by then, and we'll go get that other windshield out. Oh, by the way, how do you like my new hat? I left my other one in the rain a little while ago, so it's soaking wet. I'll probably wash it tonight. But I'm really picky about my hats. It's got to feel a certain way. This one here, it'll probably turn out okay, but it's stiff right here. The bill's real stiff, but then this is really flimsy. I don't like a flimsy hat, but it is light. All right, I got that out. I'll have to clean this a little bit. But here is something else that is an issue. This post, I still got a big gap. I noticed that last night. I forgot all about it. So, I don't know how to fix that other than open this door. I gotta come along, put me something here, grab a hold of it, go to that tree, and try to pull it this way some. I don't know. I'm not a body man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Anyway, let's go. It don't look like it's gonna rain anymore. Let's go see if we can get that windshield out of that other truck. Well, there the old truck is. It's a 75 or 76. Well, the date code is 875. Is that a 76? I don't know. But the windshield is in really good shape. And it's got that stainless trim like mine's got, so we'll get that. I'm sure the rubber is shot. Well, I don't know. It feels okay. Anyway, I'm probably going to just cut that rubber just to keep from breaking the windshield. Let's open the door and look inside of it real quick. Well, there ain't a whole lot in here, is it? I was hoping it'd be a dash. I was going to take it. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, that's different than mine. Okay. So that won't work, but I might take it anyway. Got the grill in here. The whole steering column. That's a steering box for something. There's a brake booster. There's no motor or transmission in it, by the way. Hey, look at the door panels. Yeah, we might rob them door panels. There's the other one right here. Let me get it out. Oh yeah, come here. Oh yeah, they look really, really good. So we'll take them too, because mine, well, they're really dry rotted. So yeah, we'll take them. What else can we steal off this truck? I don't know, but let's go ahead and get the windshield out. And then we'll look and see what else we can get. I've got an eyeball ache. Have y'all ever had an eyeball ache? Well, I've got to climb up on this darn truck too. I swear. I'm getting too old for this. Oh, my knee. Oh, my knee. Go to the other side. Go through the jungle again. Go through the jungle. Oh, dang it. It must be something about these trucks. Because I can see daylight through this door too. That's weird. I wonder if the door may be bent. We may have to work on the door instead of this when we get back to the house. Oh, get off of me, son of a gun, you. All right, everything's cut out of the way. So it's ready to come off. I wish I had some kind of plastic tool to get inside and pry that off of the window, off the rubber. Let me see if I can find something. Let me get this trim out of the way too. Come on, Mr. Trim, let's go to the truck. You want me to call you my lovely assistant? My lovely assistant Mason is here. All right, I think I got this windshield loose everywhere. So we're gonna see if we can get it out of here without breaking it. Easy. I guess just lay it over on the hood for now, and then I'll walk around there and we'll get it out. Well, we got the windshield out. I asked him if he wanted me to cover this up with a tarp. There's really nothing left inside other than this dash. I put my foot over there in the floorboard a while ago. It went all the way to the ground. That window's busted out. But I have gotten everything I want except for this door panel on this door. And I might get this dash too, because mine has been screwed right through here. So I might get that. It's got a good hood, possibly some fenders. The doors, I think, well, they're not too bad. But he's told me, this is the same guy that I bought mine from. He's done told me I can get parts off this one and that one over there that was sitting in front of it when I got it running. So, you know, if I ever need anything, I know where to get parts. Anyway, I'm gonna head to the house and set that windshield in place at least. But I probably won't actually get it in the rubber because I don't have any, I need something plastic to go around it. Anyway, let's head to the house. All right, we're back here at the house. All I'm gonna do right now is just sit it in here because I don't have the little plastic tool like I said. But while I got him, I want to get it up here and then I can do that later. I'll tell you what, that'll be good right there. Well, y'all remember that big old gap right here where you can see daylight through? Well, I opened this door, rolled the window down, got the yanking on it, pulling it that away. Well, it's gone now. So I won't have to hook up no come along, so that's good. Well, I have attempted for, I don't know, 30 minutes to get this windshield inside this rubber right here. And I think it has shrunk because you look right up here in this corner, there's no way that's gonna go in there and I can't get it stretched far enough. So I bought a new windshield gasket and locking strip and a little tool kit because what I'm using, these little bitty fellers here and this, well, they just ain't cutting it. So as soon as that stuff gets here, hopefully we can get this windshield in there. But for now, I'm gonna pull this windshield back out. I'm probably gonna clean it up and set it in the garage. And as soon as my winch solenoids get here, I'll put them in and we'll go around back and load this thing up with some wood. Well, I don't know how or when it happened, but she cracked right there. This is on the passenger side, so if it does keep going, maybe it'll go straight down and won't be in the line of sight of the driver. Whilst I'm waiting on parts, I decided to not leave well enough alone. I got the jack and 2x4 out and I got a little aggressive, but I got a few more of those dents out. It don't look quite as bad. I straightened this lip up here. It's probably gonna have to be some caulk, so, you know, some kind of sealer put here. And then I straightened this out. It looks better. So I think that windshield will be all right once I get my new gasket and all that in. Well, my two silly nodes come in, so I think I'll go ahead and put them on the winch and see if that's gonna make it work. If it does, then them few big stumps, I think what we'll do, we'll hook that winch up and maybe drag them up back here somewhere. I don't know. We'll do something with it though, just to make sure it's gonna work. Get my badonk up here again. Oh, my leg. Oh, I ain't kidding y'all. I'm gonna have to have a knee replacement probably. Lord have mercy on my knee. Let's put this one in here, doo-dar, doo-dar. Let's put this one in here all the doo-dar day. I need to get that one out of the way, because I got to turn this a little bit. That's just stupid. It's just stupid. That's all there is to it. Well, I don't know. I don't know why it won't go in. Because it's longer, it's not a direct replacement. I got to grind them pieces off. Lord have mercy. I don't have a grinder here. I took it to Mama's a couple weeks ago. This is too wide. And on that shot, this is foul. This is going to take a while. Well, thank you. Thank you for finally fitting in there. Sort of. Not really though. Well, after filing on that for 64 days, let's put this back in too, if I remember how it goes. Let us see if I can remember how this was hooked up. Because, you know, I got the memory of a tree stump. I can't remember what I did 5 seconds ago, usually. Oh, got a short, got a short. Don't be shorting. Let me get this hooked up and I'll be right back and we'll try it. Look at there. 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 This one here is sort of acting up. But I'm not going to change it right now. Yeah, I just don't want to. Let me put this cover on it. And we'll take it out back. And we'll hook it to one of them big old stumps. It's going on as aggravatingly as it did coming off. Maybe does it hook? Yeah. I think it hooks underneath there. I just never seen a cover that aggravating to get on and off. That's just ridiculous. 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 Well, I just started the old truck up. Listen to this. The dad blame starter won't quit running. I swear, this thing, I'm telling you, it's an electrical nightmare. Well, after fixing a broke wire, imagine that, pecking on the starter with a hammer, it ain't stuck on anymore. So let's see if it'll start up, and we'll head to the backyard. And the starter's still running, I swear. Well, after a little more pecking with the hammer, the starter quit running. So I reckon I'm gonna pull it off sometime. I ain't doing it today. Let's go get this wood loaded up. Well, I guess our adventure is done. I guess that freeze plug finally let go. See a little stream of water squirting? That's coming out of the back of the head. Well, this old truck has turned out to be a big old giant turd. I ain't joking with you either. Not to mention bad luck, because I'm still missing a windshield. Let me do a little studying. I need to find out what size freeze plug I need. And look, see if I got enough room to put one in. I may have to make some kind of little tool to press it in. I don't know. The bad thing about it is all of them, they're probably going to leak eventually. Because you got one in the back that we fixed with bars leak. So that's just, it's running on bar at a time. You got that one leaking. I've replaced one down there. The guy I bought it from, he replaced some. So, well, I'm aggravated right now, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I think what we're gonna do right now is go back to the other truck and get that dash and door panel, and I'm gonna have to ponder on this a little bit. Well, it appears that all I need to do is get this Phillips out, get this Allen head out, and I think I gotta take that off, get that bolt out. That'll pop off. The dash, I may have decided not to get it because it sort of looks like it's aggravating to get out. I don't know, I'll have to investigate it and see. But let me get these out, and then we'll head back to the house with them. You might have seen this old truck in the lockjaw video. Lockjaw sitting right there. I want to look inside it, see what we got going on here. You'll have to, never mind the swastikas painted on the fender and the door. Back a long time ago, we had some hooligans that lived across the road, and well, they'd come down here and just, well, they destroyed everything pretty much. Busted all the windows out and painted swastikas all over everything. Just a couple of little idiots. Anyway, let's look in here and see what we got. Oh, look at here. We have a radio. Guess what? I'm gonna steal that radio. Let me get over and get it out. Well, it's a pretty cool looking little radio. I think all the knobs still work. Yeah, they're turning. AM, FM. Yeah, it works. All these presets work. The balance thing is gone. I ain't worried about that. Let's get this out. It may not work, but it might. We'll just see. Oh yeah, we got us a radio now. I decided to get this little dash panel too. I'm gonna study up on the wiring and see how you wire it up. And I probably got a speaker laying around somewhere. We'll put 12 volts to it and see if it works. This truck here, remember the first video I said he had a truck had a dump bed? He told me I could get it. Well, this is it right here. So we'll have to do that one of these days. Come down here and get the bed and the hydraulics and all that off of it and put it on mine. But right now we're gonna head back to the house and I guess let's hook that radio up. Just see if it works. I got my little DC power supply out. Fella gave me that a few months ago. I got it hooked up to the radio. Y'all ain't gonna believe me unless I show you. Well, I had to edit this part of the video due to copyright infringement, but I just wanted to let y'all know that I am in fact snapping my fingers in time to the beat. Pretty doggone cool, but only one side works. The left side, the purple wire, is not doing anything. I don't know why, but I got two extra wires right here. I can't figure out what they go to, but when I pulled it out, let's see, shoot, I can't remember now. Two of them were wired together and they shouldn't have been, according to the prints I see online. But anyway, at least I got one speaker. Hey, that's pretty good. And well, I mean, everything works. Well, now I need to edit out about 30 seconds of audio, and in this portion of the video you can see me turning all the knobs. Basically what I'm doing is showing you that everything works, all the presets, all the knobs, the tone, the volume, and I don't know what else. What about the weather? Today it's only been 85 degrees, but the humidity has been, I think, around 2,475,892%. So it's been pretty bad. I guess that's it. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Anyway, I think that's pretty doggone cool. But that radio has been in that truck out in the woods. Well, the windshield, you know, it was only half busted, so I guess the other half of the windshield protected it for all these years. But it's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to get the other side to working. I'll have to do a little studying on it. But that's pretty doggone cool. Well, it's been a couple of days since I fooled with this old truck. It did come a storm the other night though. It blew the tarp off, rained all on the inside, so that's good. I think today, right now, I'm gonna pull that starter off and take it apart, see why it's hanging. It's probably gummed up some kind of way, so we'll take it apart and see what we see. Well, I was gonna start it up and back it up so I could open up the garage door. Well, it won't do a dad blame thing. I tell you what, this truck is really starting to get on my nerves. Whilst I was up under this truck getting the starter out, I happened upon this. I'm assuming these are the freeze plugs he changed out. He put the little rubber expansion plugs instead of actual freeze plugs, so that's good. It probably is actually. They won't rust out as quick as a regular freeze plug, but I'm not sure how well they'll do as a freeze plug. But anyway, I know I'm good on those two for a little while. Well, I got the starter off the old Dodge truck. Oh, by the way, windshield rubber and the locking strip right there in that little bag come in. We might try to get that windshield in today. Anyway, here's the old starter, and if you know anything, you know that I'm not a Dodge man, I'm a GM man. I've never had one of these starters apart, but you know how you figure stuff out that you've never done before? You just do it. So let's tear this thing apart and see what we see. Well, I got the starter apart, and I do believe I found the culprit. This is the solenoid, as you can see by the wires. And what the problem is, it's got this little piece that goes through the middle. Well, let me show you this first. This plunger goes in here, like so. This is hooked to your Bendix up here. When you hit power to this coil, this goes kaplunk, in there and it pulls the Bendix out. Well, it's also supposed to make this pop out. This will come in and make that pop out, and that makes these two contacts right here, which sends power to the motor. Well, this piece right here, it was always stuck out because it's rusted up so bad. So what I got to do is, there it is right there. I got to get that out, clean it up, and well, I broke a wire too. I'm gonna try to solder that wire back together, and then it should work. Well, I do believe we have it repaired. This little plunger here, it's not stuck anymore. It's still a little hard even with lube on it, but I think it'll be okay for now. I got this plunger here grazzed up. I got my wire soldered back on, so about the only thing left to do is put it back together. So let me do that. Well, 6 days later, and I got this starter back together finally. It's a good thing I didn't have the camera running, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm feeling pretty lucky today, so I don't think I'm even gonna test it. I'm just gonna put it right on in. Hey, you gotta live on the edge sometimes. So let me get this in, and fingers crossed that it's gonna work. Well, the start tar is back in, and let's do test numero uno. We're gonna turn the cutoff on, and if the starter is not running, well, we've passed that test. Here we go. All right, we've passed test numero uno. All right, here comes test number B. We're going to hit the switch and see if it'll turn over. Let me make sure she's in neutral. All right, here we go. Look at there. Look there, we got us a starter. Oh yeah. All right, now I want y'all to answer me a question here, and be honest, it don't matter. How many of you would have just went to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or wherever and just bought you a new starter instead of tearing that apart and seeing what's wrong with it? It's fine if you'd have done that. I'm just trying to show you that with just a little time, a little effort, you can save money on working on a vehicle most of the time. Sometimes they'll cost you a bunch, but sometimes you can save a little money. Well, now that we got the starter fixed, what if we swap this dash? I got to swap the dash if I'm going to use that radio, and I like that dash better anyway. Where's it at? Here it is. It's got, oh, that ain't it. Where did that, oh, I got it. I found it. Look at that pretty wood grain right there. That is gorgeous. So, yeah, let's go ahead and swap dashes. The only thing I hate about it is I put that in the other day for nothing. Dang it, I'm tired of doing stuff twice. La-ti-da. Alrighty, let's get this here dash out. Maybe about 4 or 5 screws. And then I gotta get that out. It's got screws up here on the top. That just looks terrible, I'm telling you. Terrible. Then we'll put the others in. They use these little nuts right here. They're sort of aggravating, but you know, you do what you gotta do. How long are you? Come on. All right, I'll be back when I get all this dash out. Flappa-lappa. Oh, the flappa-lappa. Let's get out of here. Get out of here, get out of here. What is this screw here for? We'll take it out. I don't think it belongs. I don't think it belongs. All right, I got that out. Let me get the radio because I'm not sure. I think it goes right here. Well, I'm not sure. Let me get it and see. Oh, my knee. Oh, my knee. I'm back over here at this truck here in the woods, robbing some more parts off of it, and it just hit me. It just dawned on me. I just saw it. Y'all see what color that door is? This is maroon. This is a reddish. We'll see here. See this gold yellow looking paint? You know what this door belongs on? It belongs on my truck. And the door on my truck belongs on this truck. This one is really dented in pretty bad, so that's most likely why it was swapped. So I got a good mind to take this door or swap them back, you know, and see if we can't straighten that dent out. I'll have to think on that. Well, I just got back from the other wonton in the woods, and I stole the dash. This is the dash out of it. Well, to make that radio work, that's what the radio come out of. Well, I've got to have this area here because the one in this one, it ain't gonna work. Well, I've cleaned up all this on this one, and I didn't want to have to do it again. So what I'm doing, I'm taking this part, taking all the guts out, and I'm going to take all the guts out of that one, put them in here. And also I'm going to swap the speedometer too, because this one only goes to 85. This one goes to 100. I don't think I'm ever going to do 100 or even 85 in this truck, but I still want that 100 mile an hour speedometer in this one. So let me get these all swapped, and then we'll get the radio in and get the dash back in. And I don't know why I'm doing all this. I had no intentions of going this far with this truck, but for some reason I just can't stop. Somebody needs to stop me. Well, it's done turned dark on me. I had to quit, go do something else for a couple of hours. I did manage to get all this swapped out though. Well, I was going to just stick it up here and plug it in, and see what my dash lights look like, because I accidentally left some stuff off on the inside. Well, pull the headlight switch. Ain't got no headlights, ain't got no dash lights. I don't have a clue what I've done this time. There's no power at all on anything over there on the fuse panel. Your guess is as good as mine. The starter solenoid out there under the hood, it's like a distribution block too, I believe. But I didn't fool with that. So I don't know. I just don't know. We'll fool with it tomorrow, figure it out. It's the next day. Let's figure out why I don't have power to my fuse panel right over there. Actually, first, I think I'm gonna put this instrument panel back together before I lose some of this stuff. Then we'll go over there and figure out why I don't have power. Well, y'all ain't gonna believe me unless I tell you, but all I did was start this truck up. I backed it up about 3 foot so I could open the garage door here. And now the headlights work, tail lights, turn signals, interior light works. So I ain't got a clue what's going on. I was investigating down here, and I realized that the dome light, you know, that's on this old house switch, it's ran with telephone wire. Yes it is. Then I broke a wire down here. Pretty sure that's the fuel gauge. So now I get to trace that again and then fix that mess. I'm telling y'all, I know I've said it before. Electrical nightmare. Let me see if I can get this fixed here. Then I am going to attempt to wire the radio. There's no plug, so I'm just going to have to find a wire from somewhere. And, you know, anyway, let me work on this. I'll be back. It's the next day again. I had to quit early and go help a friend work on a skid steer yesterday. But the little time that I did work on it, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get nothing done. About the only thing I did was find my power wire for the radio. And the rest of the time, well, I just chased squirrels. That's why I hate wiring. I'll see this wire. Where does it go? I'll trace it out 30 minutes. Oh, I don't need it. Then there'll be another one over there that's hanging. Where does this go? I'll trace it out. Oh, I don't need it. That's pretty much what I did yesterday. Other than, well, I lost my headlights again. They come back. I don't know. Have no clue. And then this here has just quit working. My gauges don't work. None of them. I wanted to hook the temperature gauge back up to here, because I'm not sure that that one there works right. And anyway, I spent a little while tracing that wire out, and it's hooked up. The sensor is over here on the passenger side head on the back, and the wires go into it. I get continuity from this wire down to it, just not getting any power. This little fella right here, I'm assuming is a resistor. It steps it down from 12 volts to 5 volts for the gauges. Well, it's not working. Sometimes I'll get voltage, sometimes I won't. I don't know. I don't have a clue what's going on there. I'm getting a little aggravated with this, because this worked until I swapped it over to this. You know, here's the one that was in it. It's metal. This is plastic. I'm sure that's got something to do with it. I'm probably losing the ground somewhere. I'm going to fool with this just a little bit longer, and then we're going to put this sucker back together, whether it works or not. I did get the radio hooked up, like I said, and I'm not going to show you the speakers I'm using yet. But it sounds pretty dang good. It really does. The stock stock speaker up here in the dash is trash. Anyway, I'm going to work on this a little bit longer, and then we're going to put it back together and move on to the windshield. Upon further research, due to extreme frustration and possibly some anger involved too, I found out that this is a voltage regulator. It's not a resistor. And that's where the 5 volts comes from that goes to all the gauges. Well, apparently this is a big issue. This whole thing is just a pile of junk from Dodge. You should be ashamed of yourself, Dodge. Anyway, I found a post online where they get rid of this junk and do a transistor regulator. So I've already ordered the parts on Amazon. They should be here tomorrow. So to keep from tearing this truck completely apart because I'm mad at this, let's move to the windshield and see if we can get it in. I'm sure this is going to be loads of fun. Try to get this thing up in there. Do y'all say a little prayer for me that I don't lose it? Well, I think I just realized that I ordered the wrong rubber. This is without the trim. So yeah, I won't be able to put the trim back on unless I cut this out. That ain't happening. So we're gonna go with what we got. How about that? Oh yeah, this is gonna be real fun. This is gonna be real fun. Alrighty, got that part done. Now let's see if I can get the windshield set in by myself. Easy. Easy. Well, my cracked all the way over here now. Maybe it'll stop and we won't break this corner off. I bought me a little tool kit on Amazon. This puts the locking strip in. This is the thing to stab people with. And here's some plastic looking things. These must wear out pretty quick because they give you, what, like 10 of them? Anyway, maybe we'll get it done. Maybe we won't. We're going to give it the old try, that's all I can tell you. I also have a bottle of soapy water. Hopefully that'll help some. I mean, you would think it would go in the bottom at least. I don't know. There's no way that's going to go in. It ain't going to happen. I got the bottom. I got the corner started. I gotta try to go up the top. I mean, go up the sides. It ain't gonna be fun, I'm telling you. Got that turn made. Ooh, let me go to the other side, see what I can tear up over there. I now see why they give you 10 of these. I've dropped about half of them in here. Let me show y'all what I got done so far. I got it all the way across the bottom, all the way up here on both sides. What you want to do, it would help if I had suction cups, that way I could push down on it. But you steer it down in that channel, and you want to start out there in the middle, work your way this way and that way. And then these corners right here are a pain, and then this all the way up is going to be a pain to that corner. And then you just work your way across the top there. Look like it's going to be easy out there, but it's going to be a pain right in here. I might have to stretch it a little bit. But it's just a really slow going, aggravating process, and I'm trying not to get mad, because if I do, I'll bust the windshield, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, let me get at it some more.
Lord of mercy, it's so hot out here.
Lord of mercy, it's so so hot out here. Ooh-wee. Alright, I found a new technique. Push in on it while you're prying that rubber and it'll stay. But I gotta be careful because you know it's already cracked right here. I'm probably gonna crack it a bunch more right here, but ain't nothing I can do about it. Just do it. Woo! Excuse me, Mr. Fan. Doing a wonderful job, buddy. Keep it up. Well, I got that corner in, but she got a crack right there. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I also think this roof line here, I jacked it up too much. And there's going to be a gap. Well, it's just a mess, is what it is. Just a mess. It's about 478 degrees out here today. Humidity is about 3,822. I'm gonna go take a break for a little bit because I'm about to burn up. Well, here's another trick I've learned whilst doing this. See how this gasket, you know, it's on the back side of this glass. I need to clean that off, by the way. Anyway, you know, I've been trying to pry it from this side. No, get you one of these plastic tools like this right here. And go on the inside and shove it like that right there. Shove it out. And then you might have to grab it out here with another tool. But that seems to make it a lot easier. That tool right there, that one that looks like a weapon, it's useless. The only thing I was doing with it was poking holes in this, or it would scrape the edge of this glass. It sounded like fingernails on a chalkboard, so I ain't gonna use it no more. All right, we're on the home stretch. All we got is half the top, half here in this corner, and then we'll have it. So let's get busy. Let's go on the inside. Let's go on the inside and do something with this thing. All I like is this one little corner. It's being a real big royal pain. A pain, I tell you. Getting on my nerve really bad. Cracked her again. I'm gonna keep on till that breaks off. You watch and see. Another crack in it that's headed that way. It's just a waste of time at this point. Yep. There she went. Just actually broke a piece off. That ain't never going to go in. Never, never, never. It's almost. I mean, it is so close. Why will you not go in? Well, I did it. Broke the corner off. Well, that's all I'm going to do. I'm done with it. Well, fellers, it's in. It ain't a good job at all. I'm ashamed of this, to be honest with you. You know, I started out with a little crack here. Well, it's gone down here and then all the way down here. And I got one headed here. And it's going to head that way. But the bad part is, this corner piece right here from here over, right there at the end, well, it just popped out. I've tore the gasket up here pretty bad. It's gonna leak right here when it rains. I guess this corner here is still pushed down a little too much. Ain't nothing I can do about it. And here's something else too, let me show you. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but this has come loose from that inner panel. Wind is gonna catch that, gonna go under there and make all kind of noise. And well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm probably not gonna own this truck very much longer because it's just been too much aggravation. So it's most likely gonna be for sale for too long. I almost forgot, I cracked it right here too. So I'm done with it. I'm over it. It's just too much aggravation. Well, I've had time to cool off, cool down. Had to change my shirt. It was soaking wet. It is so hot out here. I'm still a little aggravated about the windshield. I still don't like the truck. I'm still probably going to sell it. I'm still over it. But I went ahead and cleaned the windshield. I had to get the razor blade out and scrape it because there was some stuff on there that would not come off. I put the wiper arms back on it too. I'm not done with the truck. I'm gonna finish what I started out doing, you know, the little stuff I'm fixing, but I'm over it. It needs to go to somebody that will appreciate it and fix it up like it needs to be. So it's most likely going to be for sale unless I change my mind, and that's possible. Anyway, I think what I'm gonna do now is let's put those door panels on and see what they look like, and I guess that's about it, other than waiting on my electronical parts to fix that dash, the instrument cluster. So yeah, let's put those panels on. All right, let's see if we can get this door panel off real quick. Need some Allen wrenches. Let me find an Allen wrench that fit. Look at there, first one. Oh yeah. Now I need to get this handle off. What size is that? Oh yeah, 7/16. 7/16 it is. I got this homemade screw. I think it's a 3/8. Let me see if I can find it. Where is my 3/8? There it is right there. I should have it. All right, there it is. Look how rotten it is. I mean, that whole top lip is just gone. Pretty bad. I do want to steal these clips if there's any on it. Let's put the clippers on. Put the clippers on the door. Get on there. That one there's broke. That one there's sort of broke. Let's see if I can repair this one enough to where it'll work. Oh yeah, like a brand new one now. That's coming off. It'll be alright. I'll wipe them down, clean them here in just a minute. Let me get the hardware back on them. You know what I meant to do? And of course, you know, I got the memory of a tree stump and forgot. I wanted to look at this door handle again, see why it won't open sometimes. Oh well, I'll do it some other time. I guess now let's go to the other side and we'll put that one on. Actually, let me clean this up real quick. Let's just see what it looks like. To the pits of hell, yes it is. All I got is this 10-year-old Windex that's been in the garage for I don't know how long, but it'll have to do because that's all I got right now. Well, that does not look any better at all. So, anyway, I gave it the old try. Armrest is a little cleaner, that's about it. One door panel changed. Let me do the other side. Oh, I see. This door is different from that one, and this panel screws in. So, that other door panel ain't gonna work on here. Surely ain't. Well, let's get this old one off anyway. Come here before you get in a tire. This door panel is not gonna work unless I drill holes. And I don't even have but one clip on this door anyway, so. And I don't want to screw it. I don't want to mess this panel up because it's in pretty good shape. So, I believe I can mark 2 or 3 holes and drill them. Let's do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, that clippy clip there broke. It wasn't but half of one anyway. Let's see if 2 will hold this panel up. No, because that's only a half one there. It's not going to hold it. It's going to have to do though. Hopefully the door handle here will hold it goodly enough. And you know, just whatever. It looks better than it did. Well, the door handles are different too. This is what was on it. There's no way it's going to fit. This came off of the truck that these come off of. I think this goes on the driver's side actually, but it will fit here. So that's what we're going to do. Well, I go back to see if I can find more clips. If I find that door handle, I'm going to grab it. Well, here's something else I just noticed. You know, this is the dash that I got out of the other one. Well, look here, the glove box door. It don't match up either. So now I get to go steal the glove box door off that other. It never ends with this truck. I really am over it. Well, I went back to the old Dodges over there and I found some clippers. I thought I had 6, but that there's broke, so I only got 5. I found 3 more passenger side door handles. I only need 1, so I'm only going to put 1 on. And the truck that the windshield come out of, that's what I got that dash out of too. Well, this glove box door was missing on it, so I went to the one in the woods. Let me show you. It had it, but as you can see, it's dry rotted and water's pouring out of it, and it looks pretty rough. I don't think I'm going to put it on. I don't know, maybe I'll clean it up and we'll see. I really don't like that though. I'm probably going to leave that on for now, but throw this one in the back just in case I ever decide to put it on. Anyway, let me put 2 or 3 more clips in this door panel here, and then I don't know, we'll find something else to do this old truck. Well, I got I think 3 more clips put on this door, so it's held on a lot better. I got the right door handle for it now, and let me show you what I did to that door over there. Y'all remember how this door wouldn't open without a fight? Watch this. Watch this. Watch it. Oh yeah, she opens like a brand new one now. There's a little rod that runs from here down to the mechanism. I'll give it just a little tweak. Working fine now. Well, I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but I've been putting that freeze plug off, you know, for quite a while. And it's about the only thing left to do other than wait on those electronical parts to build that little voltage regulator. So I don't know, I don't have a freeze plug. I think what I'm going to do, because, you know, like I said, I'm over this truck, but I do want to fix that because I hate having a vehicle sitting here that you can't drive, or you can almost drive, you know, just something little wrong with it. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to go to Lowe's, see if they got rubber expandable plugs. That's what's going in that hole right there. And it'll last for a pretty good while. You know, there's already 2 on this side over here, so 1 more ain't gonna hurt nothing. So that's the plan on that. So right now I'm waiting on parts. Now I tell you, I'm still pretty upset about the windshield. I just don't like how it is. But I mean, ain't nothing I can do about it right now. If I'd have just had 1/8 of an inch more, you know, push that out just 1/8 of an inch more, it would have fit perfect. But you know, I mean, for, you know, straightening it out with a jack and 2x4s, it did okay, I guess. Well, my parts for my voltage regulator came in. There's a little screw, that's my capacitor, heat sink, there's a little voltage regulator. And I'm gonna put these on the end. These are male, and they're gonna stick in the board instead of soldering it to it. So let me get this built, and then we'll get out there to the truck and see what it does. With RTs, I got my chip on the heat sink. I got my capacitor soldered on. I had to solder them on this board instead of using these, because these, you know, I cut the plastic away and that's a really wide slot. So I just ended up soldering them to the board. So the only thing left to do, take it to the truck, hook it up. Let's see what happens. Well, I got everything hooked up, and my low voltage regulator's working because I'm getting 5 volts down here where I'm supposed to now on the gauges. I don't know if the gauges are going to work or not. The fuel gauge, you know, it was moving just a little bit. Well, it ain't now, because it ain't like a gallon of gas in the tank. I don't know if the temperature gauge is going to work until we get it started and warmed up. Anyway, this voltage regulator is working, but this dash light and the high beam indicator light, they don't work. They are on a separate ground than anything else on this little board. Why? I don't know. You'll have to ask Dodge. This is just crazy stuff right here. Anyway, I got to run a ground wire for those 2 lights. Then I believe we can put it back in, and I can get the radio in, get it hooked up, and hopefully we'll be done with this. Oh, I got a new, well, not a new, but I got a speedometer cable because I kind of broke that one. I'll put that in too. Well, fellers, it's literally 3 hours later, and I might have this in for the final time. I think I have took it out, put it in, took it out, put it in about 4 times in the last 3 hours. Put it together, and I checked the voltage at the fuel and temp sending unit, and I was getting no volts. So pulled it back apart. It ended up being that multi-pin connector. It was losing connection. So I got a tiny piece of sandpaper and got up in each one of those pins, sanded them real good, cleaned them up. That solved that problem. Put it back together, and I was getting 5 volts at the fuel sending unit. Temperature sending unit, I was only getting 1.5 volts. Tore it back apart, fooled with it, and ended up changing out the temperature gauge with that other cluster, and that solved that problem. Put it back together, and I think, like I said, I think it's ready to go now. Let me turn the key on. You won't see the gauges move because it might have a gallon of fuel in it, and of course it's cold. But I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I'm gonna turn the dash lights on. Yeah, I think y'all can see that coming on. They all work now. Turn the headlights on. Watch this. See that right there? I got a high beam indicator. Well, watch this right here. This is the cargo light. Watch that. Got a red light telling me it's on. Oh, this is awesome. Also, and oh, by the way, the speedometer cable is no longer with us. It was aggravating. It's real stiff. I broke the plastic piece. The one that I was going to swap out, it was too short. I don't know why. So, same truck basically. Anyway, I put the old one back in, and I broke that piece even more, and I got angry. It's no longer with us. I'll have to buy a new speedometer cable. The best part about it, other than this beautiful wood grain, watch this. Pretty awesome. And my speakers that I've got, well, they came out of a little stereo system I got in the house. It's probably 20 years old. I keep it around because it's got a tape player, and I got some cassette tapes that they're sentimental, and I like to listen to them every once in a while. Anyway, they're not going to stay in here. I'll get a speaker of some kind. It's only got one up here in the dash anyway. But I am so happy to have this finally done, I think. If I added up the hours I've got in just this dash, it's probably three 8-hour days. That's crazy. I've never seen such a mess that this is right here. It's just pitiful. Dodge, again, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for this. But anyway, it was raining, but I think it quit. So about the only thing left to do is get out there under the hood, and let's change that freeze plug out, and then maybe we can drive this thing around back and load it up with wood and try the winch out and do all that stuff. Well, it's raining pretty good right now, and I wanted to get in here and see if it was leaking. It is. I got one right here, right above the steering wheel, and the roof I think is leaking right there. That's because this is separated. I'd say I need to get some sealer on that upper part, and then it's leaking at each corner on the bottom, which it did that over here before the windshield got busted. So and then this door is leaking right here, but the weather stripping, it ain't all that great. I don't know if you're supposed to use sealer around that or not. There was none originally. I don't know if you're supposed to or not, but I'll have to keep it tarped if I don't want water all on the inside. Well, it's about 9 o'clock at night. I'd normally be in the house by now, probably editing a little video, but I just don't want to quit. I want to keep on working. I got my work lights out so I can see, so maybe y'all can see too. This is why I need to hurry up and get my shop built. I'll be able to work till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning if I want to. Used to, this garage right here, I worked on second shift for a pretty good while, and ain't no telling how many times I've seen the sun come up in this garage. It's a mess, by the way, so don't y'all look at that. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can at least get that freeze plug out to the back of that head before I go in the house. So let me get started on that. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna get this thing out. I ain't got a whole lot of tools. I got a pick and a couple screwdrivers and a little pry bar there. It's crooked a little bit. Of course, I got my hammer. I don't know. Let me see what I can do with what I got. I mean, that's my motto. Use what you got. it's already got a hole in it because, you know, it shoots water out. So I'm gonna take his pick, and if I can find that hole, I might just keep on working with it till I get a hole big enough to get a screwdriver in it. Maybe try it out. Well, I got it popped in, not out. What I did was I took this socket right here and my big old pry bar, stuck that socket there on the freeze plug, went prying on it, and it moved quite a bit, but then it just wouldn't do anything else. Well, then I finally got smart. I got something skinnier, which is this short extension. Put it in there and went prying on it, pop. It just, I mean, no effort at all. So it's turned in the hole now. So I got to get some kind of pliers, channel locks, something to pull it on out of the hole. Well, I was not successful in getting that freeze plug out of the head. It finally fell on down in the head, so that's where it's going to stay. Lockjaw had 3, I believe, down in a block. I found them when I cleaned it out. Anyway, what I'm going to do is take me some sanding paper. I'm going to clean that hole, take a rag, I'm going to wipe it off. And then I lost this for about 15 minutes, and I finally found it. So hopefully we'll get this in that hole, and tomorrow we can put water in it and drive the thing, finally, maybe. The plug is in, tightened up good. I think we'll be okay. It's about 10 o'clock now, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. But before we do that, let's go inside the truck and let's just see what the dash lights look like at night. All right, let me turn the lights on and let's just see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's a lot better than the other setup was. You know, I couldn't hardly see the gauges there. This ain't bad. Let me see if they'll dim. Oh yeah, it's just like a brand new truck now. I think what I might do eventually is hook that interior light up to this headlight switch like it's supposed to be. Let's see if the blinkers work. Blinky blink on that side. Blinky blink on that side. Let me turn the headlights on. There's my high beam indicator. Oh yeah. The only thing I don't like is the radio is supposed to be illuminated, but it ain't. Even when you turn it on, it don't come on. La 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 la. That ain't no count there. So I really hate to tear into that. I'm telling you, this electrical, it's got the best of me. I ain't kidding you. But sometime or another, I'll probably tear that radio apart and see why the lights won't come on. It's got a wire, orange wire, that's supposed to be for illumination. I got it hooked up, but it ain't working. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going in the house. Well, it's the next evening. I've been busy with other stuff today. I reckon it's time to fill this thing up with water. And let's see if that little rubber plug's gonna hold. And I'm gonna let it sit here and idle. Hopefully it'll warm up, and we'll see if the temperature gauge in the dash is gonna work. Then we'll take it around back and we'll load some wood on it. Lord have mercy. It is so hot. I'm gonna fill her up, then I'm gonna start her up and let it circulate and open up the thermostat. You know, these are handy dandy hoses. This is one of them that shrinks when you turn the water off. But the ends of them, they don't count. You know, where it connects here, the rubber just tears. Matter of fact, it's tore at the hydrant right now. Leaking pretty bad. All right, I'm gonna go start it up and let it warm up. I'll be back in a little bit. My accelerator pedal cable, something is sticking pretty bad. So I'm gonna take me some carburetor cleaner. I'm gonna clean, spray everything on that carburetor, and then lube it up. Maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Well, it's not the carburetor, so it's got to be the accelerator cable. So I might take it loose and spray some lube down in it. Well, once again, this thing's been sitting there idling for probably 30 minutes and it just refuses to warm up. Neither gauge has moved. I've never seen a vehicle that wouldn't warm up. Oh, by the way, I lost my 5 volts on the gauges again. I had to reach up behind the dash and wiggle that multi-pin connector. That's probably going to be an ongoing problem. Anyway, I got it filled up with water. There are no leaks in the rubber plug. I tried adjusting the carburetor. That ain't helping nothing. It's still smoking when you rev it up. And I still smell old gas. Evidently we didn't get it all out. So I put, I don't know, 2 or 3 more gallons in it. And the fuel gauge works. It moved just a little bit. I'm not going to worry about any of that right now. What we're going to do is shut this hood. And I'm going to air the tires up. We're going around back. We're going to load this thing up with some wood. Woo. I got to roll these windows down. It's hot. It's like a sauna in here. All right. Here we go. I think it's hitting on about 4 cylinders, maybe 5. Ooh. Well, the darn steering won't freaking turn. Definitely got to do some motor work on this thing. Windshield wipers work. Alright, well let's load some of this here wood up. Y'all can come help me if you want to. got all the small stuff loaded up. I'm gonna carry it across the yard over and stack it somewhere closer to the burn pile for campfire wood this fall and winter. Oh, you look how crooked some of that wood is. That's how dull my chain was. Anyway, I'm gonna go unload this and we'll come back and see what the winch does with that big stuff. Well, I got the wood unloaded over yonder and I'm just playing now. I got the cable tied to that big stump there. I don't have a ramp, so I know it ain't gonna work. I don't have a boom. I know it ain't gonna work. I wanna see if that winch will at least pick that big old stump up, you know, even with the bed, somewhere in there. So you know it alls, I'm playing, I'm just having fun, so shut up. That wasn't bad. Let me see if I can help it. It may go on over the bed. I don't know. We'll see. Button. Remember, red goes in. Ooh! Shoot, yeah. That made that a lot easier. Oh, yeah. Well, I got it all loaded up. I'm trying to run the cable back in. Evidently that motor's done got hot because it just keeps getting slower and slower, so I'm letting it cool off. Well, I step in here. I was gonna try the old horns out. Well, them sons of guns don't work. And I've lost my brake lights again. I'm telling you, electrical nightmare. Y'all watch this. I don't know. All I did was wiggle a few wires and it started working again. Still don't have any brake lights though. So I'm gonna tell you what, I'm being completely honest. This truck right here, it has really tested my patience, and it has made me question my abilities. And I ain't even kidding you. It has worked me working on it this time around. You know, I did win some, I did lose some. That windshield I still consider a big fail, but I did learn, you know, I learned some stuff. I learned that corner right over there, it's got to go out some, and right there in the middle, it's got to go down some. I need to do a little tack welding, weld them two panels back together and put some seam sealer here and there. We'll do all that. I've had a day or two to calm down, and I guess I'll keep the old truck for now. There's still a whole lot more to do to this truck, and we'll get it done. Like I've said before, you can't do it all at once. All you can do is just a little at a time. So you'll see it again. We need to work on making it run a little better because it's pretty bad. I still smell the old gas, so evidently we didn't get it all out. And we'll probably pull that carburetor off and rebuild it. And well, it's just a whole lot more to do to this truck. You only do a little bit at a time. Oh, something else. Some of y'all may not know. I'm selling a little bit of merch now. It should be below right here in the video. I only got one design right now. I'm not any good at that kind of stuff. But there will be more coming out, you know, as we go along. But check it out. Buy something if you want to. Anyway, Appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, hit that like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your friends. And until next time, go do something. Blurp, blurp.